This lazy take was brought to you by our dearest friends at Garry's Mod on Steam. Greetings Internet, your typical so-and-so here back with yet another LEGO miniature guns design. And unless you've watched my previous video from start to finish, you probably would have figured that today's design is the Rorsch Mk-1 Railgun. So a little bit of background with this weapon. This particular weapon made its first appearance in 2014 with the Battlefield 4 DLC Final Stand. Anyway, let's get into the design. The barrel, if you could even call it that, is basically assorted with flats and knobs, as well as two 2x2 tiles at the end so as to mesh well with the handguard / receiver. One could possibly imagine how much energy is released when the weapon is fired. One feature this railgun has is similar to a breech loading shotgun, where you just simply put the spent cartridge out of the chamber and insert a new one. Well, this weapon just spits the spent cartridge out as you just open the breech when you go to load a new one in. My challenge in designing this weapon is that a 1x2 shaft will be exposed, hence ruin the immersion of this weapon. So, what I did here in this design was at the front of the handguard, I just simply placed a 1x8 tile so you could cover said shaft piece. This in turn would benefit the breech loading feature of this design as if you're somewhat loading a new cartridge in. The cost of this design feature overall is that there's just no way to insert a projectile in the chamber, as it would evidently result in an unnecessary height gain on the optic scanner. The stock has a tail of its own.
That sounded horrible. Alright, that wasn't even Lowell's worthy, for Christ's sake.
At first I was going to go for a simple 1x2 configuration, but after further design implementation, that itself wasn't just going to cut it. For this design, I've added some depth with some tiles atop of knob bricks, so to put it, as well as the adjuster at the end. It's slick, lean, and at the right width not to compromise much of the weapon's profile. Finally, the magazine-like features contraption, which I guess is a battery at the bottom of the receiver. Even if it's not the battery, I feel it serves somewhat a role in facilitating how the weapon operates as a whole, otherwise it wouldn't be there to begin with, now would it? Still, even if it were to require a month's worth of energy bills with a single bullet, this weapon rides the lightning of power. It holds a spot within the Battlefield franchise as a stick too big to handle. Even for the most soft-spoken of folk with the most keen senses, power can materialistically shift the tides of war. Past, present, future. The Rorsch Mk-1 Railgun. Thank you for watching this video. If you like, feel free to leave a like. If you comment on what you want to see next, don't be afraid to leave a comment. And if you're interested in more designs like this, feel free to subscribe. Once again, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.